DJ and He's like, yeah, it's Jim Dandy. He's here, he's girl dancing.
One of his stable was up there dancing that night. Everybody knew Jim Dandy.
We spent the whole night in the titty bar drinking that half-gallon of whiskey, and by the end of the night, hell, I heard stuff I didn't think was possible.
I'd say he doesn't have any problem pulling the wool.
Around 73 or maybe 74, they put out this live Raunch and Roll album, and it kicked off a nice little controversy. It had some backward masking on it. It said Natos, 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 you know, Satan, backwards, and that really pissed off the Bible Belt. If you can see this, Jim Dandy reaching out with his fingers covered with his washboard, stroking metal caps, whatever you want to call them. It looks like he's, you know, summoning the devil. And of course that's pretty damn scary too.
They were so wild that nobody really wanted anything to do with them.
You're happy when the Wild Bunch is mellow. If you really ever knew anybody from the Wild Bunch, you're glad they're mellow tonight. They're in a good mood. Let's go ahead and drink, y'all. I'll stay here tonight. They're in a good mood. Everybody's happy. Let's go ahead.
Through drugs and alcohol and everything that went with Bacchus, Byzanti type of thing, you know. I mean, these people want to get turned on and have a good time no matter what, you know.
The blatant drug use and the extremely long hair.
I believed him. I didn't shake Timothy Leary's hand because he told me don't. He pat on my shoulder and said, he ain't one of us. I'm thinking, oh God, I'm in. I'm one of us. I'm one of us. Go out. And, I just he don't know what he was to me. He was the word man.
Where there is a will, there is a way, and all we have to do is breathe together as one today. Can we breathe together?
They have allowed the demons of hell to possess them and use them and to drag millions of young people in the wrong direction when they ought to be taking them in the right direction.
Here I am. I believe in spiritual war. I believe in the spirit world. I believe in Christ. I believe in the devil if I do. I believe if you believe in God and one God concept, you believe in the question and the necessity of it being brought up.
They suffered accusations of demonic possession and Satanism. The moral majority got all fired up and they had big record-burning rallies. Jim exposed himself in Seattle and got arrested. Every time the tour bus crossed county lines, they were getting stopped and search and seizure.
Yes, a little bit of hydroventilation to clean out our bodies. Work it up to a frenzy until we can't go no farther, and then we take one good long hit and move down that highway. Are you ready? All right. We'll see.
Our big objection to rock music is not only the beat, which I think comes out of the jungles, but the words and what the words are spelling out. Look at the lives of these artists. Look at the people that follow them. Look at their dress, the glasses they wear. I believe it's demonic. I believe it's tied into illicit sex. And I noticed the other day in the newspaper how the American Association for the Advancement of Science said the noise of rock bands can increase blood pressure, bring about birth defects, including mental retardation. Now, if this is going to bring about mental retardation, I hate to think of what the next generation is going to be like.
If you let me find it, rock the moment, I like the moment right. Sorrow the time, I like the moment right. Sorrow the time, I like the moment right. If you don't mind, I like the moment right.
Bump it and grind it.
They were living on this commune compound called Heaven on Earth. Down they went and bought acres of their homeland after they made plenty of money and built them a commune down there. They had all their wives and family, extended family, cats, dogs, pigs, chickens, and everything else living there with them. It is now a resort actually owned by some old fans, and you can stay there for about $100 a night. It's right there on the water, great fishing, camping, great place to go.
All right. You people have really got us high tonight. I want to say, yes, that's true. And we want to do something for you. We got time to do one more right here. We're going to do it for you. Yeah, we call this song Up, because up is how we all want to be. Yes. So let's bring it up. Everybody now, let's get into this one right here. Let's set a beat. Come on. Everybody, let's get high together. so fast, sometimes we get so loud. Sure. Oh, beat out community door.
Jim's eccentric ideas and heavy philosophies, boundless energy, and his amazing vocabulary freaked a lot of people out. I think they thought they were the Manson family living out on the Spawn Ranch or something. But in actuality, I think they were, just Southern boys trying to have a good time. Their hearts were in the right place, and probably they were less benign than Marilyn Manson is today.
First, everybody thought we had some kind of nudist colony back there, but it got worked out because everybody around here first moved in didn't know what to expect, and they got to realizing we just like they was, and they really respect our privacy up here and realize that we kind of need it. We had people walking in wanting to join our calls, and do everything else, and it was really nice. We get to meet them out here outside the fence now, come out and see everybody and sign autographs or whatever. Charlie, can you get that other side?
First time we came up here was, I guess, 1966. And we were running from the cops then. I think we had just gotten busted in Memphis. We lived in the caves over on the lake for about, I guess, pretty much a couple of months.
Well, we got out of the rain. We got burned on the rocks. Laid out there afterwards. Must have been on something or something. We maybe were just real hungry. But we ended up looking like lobsters. We fell asleep in the sun, and then we had to get out of there. But you know what's in them caves is sometimes just as bad as mosquitoes, only bigger.
And we really liked it. Swimming was good, and the fishing was good. We just kind of always thought that if things went well, we'd come back and we'd live here. My brother spent about 2 years looking for the right location and found this place, and we came up and saw it and just fell in love with it. The initial investment was about $55,000 or something like that. We got probably $750,000 right now into it. We were a family before we ever got into music, really, and we just wanted to keep it that way,
You gotta be kind of choosy about picking your friends nowadays. And you gotta figure out whether or not they really care about friendship. If they think that they value it, to me it's the greatest value in the world.
Togetherness is a security to us, and it's something which makes us feel, it's something which in a world which, you want to be independent, right? You want to be to where you don't have to depend on everybody to come by and wait on the government to do all the things. Even Thomas Jefferson said the best government is the government that has to govern the least, right? So we're just trying to hold our own and be our own type of people and take care of each other and not, not strain the system so much. Not saying do away with it totally, but just, I think simplify is the word. And it's a good lifestyle. We believe in nature. We're naturalists.
Our managers kept us so, we liked it, but it was a little obvious on how they were keeping us delivered. Had to have some kind of sedative.
We raise our own cattle for meat. We grow our own vegetables. We have people now researching the solar energy thing. We use a lot of electricity out here. In every way possible, we want to become self-sustaining. We built this schoolhouse down here, put the post office together, and we're pretty well incorporated as a city now, which just gets back to the thing of just choosing who you want to spend your time here on Earth with.
And we just feel good out here.
Air's clean, water's clean.
A lot of people, don't understand and wouldn't picture this as being rock and roll. Because we have a pretty wholesome life here. We live, humbly but tastefully. We do this because we're dedicated. I mean, we'd rather stay here, and we could, but that's not what we did it for. It's more like, staying in tune with the people and going and trying to give them faith to hold on to and strength to hold on to. They're the ones that are living in the man-made hell. Rock and roll started by people like this, and Carl Perkins said that you can do anything you want to do, just don't step in my blue suede shoes. It's a statement of freedom. And I think that's what it's all about.
But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now.
They got so fucking big that people couldn't see them because they were tiny little things on the stage. Jim Dandy had to grow his hair out super long and turn it white just so people could see some motion on the stage. That's what it was all about. They moved into a fucking higher plane.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me out there? Can you hear me all the way to the back? Did you ever hear a sound system this clean, this clear, this good? And we're going to be handing out to you some gallon jugs. Please, one of you take it back to the drinking fountain, fill it up, and bring it back and share it with your friends. I want to ask you a question. Are you having a good time? Let me ask you again. Are you having a good time? Let's get it on with the pioneers of Southern rock and roll, Black Oak, Arkansas.
Things took a kind of a turn for the worse in the late 70s.
After 13 years, the last original members of the band decided to break up and go their separate ways.
And the last two guys who had been part of the pact, the Blood Pact, you know, at the so-called crossroads, deal with the devil and all the stuff. Maybe Dandy had sold his soul to rock and roll, and but he went on under the name Black Oak. The sad part is that apparently once the pact was broken, you know, it really was some bad juju, because these were bad records. The Black Oak records they weren't hot, they weren't nasty, you know, they were just dull. And that's one thing you could never say about Black Oak, Arkansas.
Yep, I found out you give you enough rope, you either get tangled up in it or hang yourself with it. Hardly ever do you think that you can use it for something useful.
Dandy was like the superhero guy, you know, he's a comic book guy with the white tight pants and the big boots. And at the same time, there's this real heavy sexual content, which was just perfect for kickstarting teenage hormones. And of course, Miss Ruby didn't hurt too much in that area either.
You know, Miss Daisy had the Daisy Dukes before, you know, Dukes of Hazzard.
And that's Ruby Starr, who was the vocalist in the band. She came in a little bit later, but added a whole lot to the band because of her real sexual vibe, and her and Dandy trading these double entendres all the time. And she went on, she did some solo career stuff, but you know, she was kind of bold at the time, her being this strong female rock and roll singer.
It's a heartbreaking experience to lose somebody and have a gap, because when they're one of a kind and a piece of work that came in at a time when there was really against female singers.
Unfortunately, she died. She had a brain tumor, and that was a sad day for all the kids who used to think about her on the sheets at night back in '74.
Ruby Starr